Hey folks, welcome back to War Thunder. Today we are playing the Super Persian. This is the most kills I've ever had in a single life in this game, in my 5, I think, years of playing. And this is not the map I'd have ever expected it would happen on. Never really much of a fan of this map, but I guess that's because I mostly play like the higher tiers. And when you can range everyone without having to compensate for drop, it just makes everything a bit shit. So coming back down here to tier 4 kind of gave it a new lease on life. So first victim, IS-2, first kill of the match. I think there's a Tiger 1 just next to him there, behind that wooden shack thing, or even brick shack thing. And then there's also another Tiger 1 there. There's a Tiger 2P in the ruined buildings behind them. You can just see him firing there. And I think there's also a Panther to the right, also back. So there's at least four tanks up in front. I'm playing that. I did not expect to get that shot right through the fucking turret front. I'm playing with a squad mate. He's in the Bulldog, so he's marking all the targets for me. Unfortunately, his PlayStation mic doesn't work, so we were both using Discord for this match. So I didn't get to record the audio, which sucks because I think it's only with the help from someone who's so competent, such a good teammate, that allowed me to actually do this well. So I'm pushing up a little bit, and I'm going to use this Tiger wreck on the ridge to cover my side, keep my front angled, because if you sit flat on, the front armour doesn't really work against the long 88. I was unlucky that I didn't kill him in one shot, but I did realise that I got his transmission, which means he won't be moving, so I could have followed it up, but at the time I had no idea. No idea where that shot came from, so I'm just going to back off and get in cover. That was probably a follow-up shot that just flew over me, so it's somewhere at the other end of B. I know we're squad mates, so we'd have been able to do it anyway, but it is nice to have a scout vehicle that you can rely on to come and speed up repairs. And he smokes it up as well. I think he must have thought it was going to take longer. So to avoid having to wait for the smoke to clear, and also to just sort of check the flanks in general, it doesn't pay to get stuck in the same spot for too long, so I'm just going to mix it up a bit and shift over here. Unfortunately, my squad mate just died. Can't remember what he respawns in, but it's probably going to be a Super Persian. He must have been slightly too angled, or maybe a little bit too far to pan the upper front plate, because this gun's usually pretty good at that. The amount of explosive mass in this shell is ridiculous. All the fragments reach from the turret back into the driving compartment. So they've just captured B. Not the greatest position for getting gun depression over, because I have the potential to shoot the dirt in front of me. So I'm going to just back up to the position I held before. There goes that Tiger 1 that I created in the turret. Gonna push up again, angle, and use this dead Tiger One as a to cover my weaker sides. So basically I'm just checking all the avenues out of their spawn to the right hand side of the map. I personally don't tend to go to the left too much because this map is mostly just dull shades of brown, and there's so much scenery clutter. Like there's all these trees everywhere, there's the tank traps, the barbed wire, these little sort of trenches that have been dug, and the little dirt mounds on either side of them are just like terribly textured brown, just piles of meh, and I just find it really hard to pick targets out. I feel as if that probably shouldn't have gone through. I don't know what the armor is on those things, but I always thought it was way better than that. I didn't know what it was when I fired, so I was just sort of winging it. I thought it might have been an ASU-85, but that's why you don't drive into that train wreck. Can you imagine how much damage I could have done if this thing had a faster reload? I really don't play with APHE very often, but when I go back to it, I miss it when I leave it again. Being able to actually kill things like Quellians and Cougar Blitzers in one shot, it's just amazing. I'm actually quite surprised that planes never became a problem for me in this game.
Attention to the map.
So like I said before, I'm mostly focusing on the centre of the map to the right, to try and stop them from capturing B and A, because they're the ones that I actually have good eyes on. And my squad mate is mostly sat just in the entrance to spawn to let me know if we get flanked. And then I don't know how this guy managed to sneak past me. And I don't know if I was really lucky or not. I mean, he missed me. I'm not sure if he would have killed me if he'd hit me, but it's a shame I didn't get to kill him in one hit. But he is completely combat ineffective, so I'm just going to ignore him for the time being and keep scanning. He's not going to let me repeat the shot, so he is going to get A. And our team numbers are not looking great right now.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
And there he goes. I was looking for a shot through the ruins and the windows in the ruins. Lucky bounce there. See, if I'd been using a top tier APDS FS shell, he probably would have survived that. But APHE leaves no survivors. Not sure how I got just a hit there without any hit cam popping up. So I'm on 10 kills so far.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Trying to move with the terrain to keep me covered as many from as many angles as possible. Your armor's only good in one direction, so it's all about limiting your angles of exposure and making sure that the front of the tank is facing the direction that the threats are most likely to come from. So my squad mate calls for assistance here. I didn't think I'd be able to get eyes on, but there's a Tiger 2P pushing him. I nearly bodged the shot, but I saved him there. They now have every cap.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
So it's just as well I started moving when I did, because this thing is not fast. And I would not have been able to get into the action fast enough if I'd only started reacting like now. Yeah, thanks Gaijin. I don't know why I couldn't get over that thing. I remember a time when going anywhere near these trenches was just way too risky to be worth the effort, 'cause you used to get stuck in them so fucking easily.
Attention to the designated grid square. Thank you very much.
So we've got teammates on C, we're decapping it. We're about to get a teammate on B and decap that as well. There we go. And I'll be on A momentarily. So we managed to turn that around pretty quick.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
I think he's the guy that shot at me when I was moving earlier, so I'm not sure how he managed to forget about me, but I think that was my 11th kill. 12th kill actually, because the Tiger 2. So this is, right now, this is tied with the most kills I've ever had, which was with the Challenger 1. I'm kind of upset that my most kills in one life record now goes to something that isn't my favourite tank, but I have always enjoyed this thing. I'm enjoying it a lot more since it got the BR reduction, and I think that at least for now, 6.3 to 6.7 max BR matches seem to be quite common, and honestly it doesn't actually struggle as much as I thought it would at 7.3 either. So it's in a really good place right now. I remember when I first got it, I really wanted to like it, but it just got fully up to 7.7 almost all the time, and I still persisted and spaded it in that state. So now for it to be actually worthwhile and be fully like capable, it's a really nice tank. The armor can be super trolly. I didn't film it, but there was a game where I was literally sat barely 100 meters away from a Ferdinand, and he must have fired 7 shots at me, and I pinged them off every time, and there was a bush sort of covering him from aiming at weak spots, but I didn't expect to live either way. So the armor can be trolley, it can just fail it. Don't rely on it like I haven't in this game. If you can avoid being shot, then avoid being shot, but it can save you in a pinch. So most of the remaining enemies seem to be around C. My squad mate just died again to a target 2.
Attention to the map.
See, pulling up there was really risky and stupid, especially when I didn't check my right. I'm just banking on the fact that at this point they're only going to have lower tier or SPA vehicles to bring in, and even if there was something to my right, it would probably bounce or not kill me outright, and I'd be able to return fire. But most of this point I'm just kind of bricking it that I'll die and ruin such a perfect game. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for anyone around C, like that Panther that we missed earlier. There we go. I could have totally killed the other guy as well if I'd been paying enough attention, but it was not to be. There's still time for one more though. So right now I'm just going to wait for him to turn his gun. There we go. Just enough to squeeze it through. It would have been really nice to round it off with a triple ace, but no joy. And I really did try. If this guy had pushed out a tiny bit more. Very nearly had everything ruined by a plane. When I heard those bombs, it was literally like fucking vomiting up my own heart. But yeah, I still also got the final blow, so Mission Maker, that thing that's impossible to get when you try for it, even though there's for some reason wages to do it like 25 times in a row. Honestly, that's gonna be the dumbest fucking wager in the game. But anyway, 14 kills, 4 assists, and a flag cap. Honestly, I thought I'd get more RP, but pretty good number of rewards and a camo. I think there must be like 9,000 camos for this tank. I've only got 5 more tanks in the US tree to go, and then I've got everything, I think. Right, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like, comment, all that jazz, subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.